All right. Here we go with the intro, cueing Adam Hood.
You've arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast, your home for your favorite independent artists and a couple of guys you've never heard of.
Who?
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me. You were unlike anything.
Howdy, folks. You have arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast. Welcome in. My name's Steve. That is Soul Gravy up top.
Howdy.
Or, I don't know. Y'all, hopefully, if you've been here before, you know which one he is.
Yes.
Yes.
My name's on the
first
screen.
off, that also helps. Yeah. Well, those were the dulcet tones of Evan Boyer with the intro and obviously Adam Hood. Thanks to those two for putting together our intro. Where would we be without that?
It definitely lightens
tonight,
the mood every time I see it or hear it. It makes me smile.
It does.
So, yep.
It does. Two great guys. If y'all haven't heard Adam Hood or Evan Boyer, go check out their music. Tonight we are incredibly excited to have our friend Noah Bowman on tonight. Welcome in, Noah. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, man. This has been, it's Gannon Freeman hat week.
Yeah, that's what I
y'all
heard.
tuned
That's
in
what I
last
heard.
night.
I figured he was wearing his
tuned in
own
last
hat.
night.
But...
Yep. We had I should say Soul Gravy had a great discussion on merch last night, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Y'all should check that episode out. Don't know what number it is, but it's like 200 and something. So
it'll be like approximately 210, something like that.
210.
Yep.
All right.
Somewhere.
Good to know. Well, no, we're super excited to have you. We are going to throw it to you so you could give us just a little bit of your backstory, and then Soul Gravy and I will get into some shenanigans after that.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. Once again, thank y'all for having me. I'm from Southern Oklahoma. I started playing music. I picked up a guitar seriously when I was about 15 years old, and I grew up around it. I was always around it. My grandpa, my uncle on my mom's side, my grandpa played with bands throughout his whole life. He's played with some really cool people, so I got to see that growing up. And like I said, I was 14, 15, really picked it up. Shortly after that, started writing songs, and we got the band together in 2020, I believe, late 2020, the whole COVID thing, whenever that was going on. So we really took us a while to get up and going. And I started that with two guys I've known my whole life. I went to school with them, the bass player and the drummer, Devin and Trevor Bart. I started writing some songs, and we put them together, and we've been releasing music since, like I said, late 2020, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, man, that's kind of where we're from. We range from Southern Oklahoma and red dirt music through and through.
Perfect. Well, as I understand it, you're in Nashville. We appreciate you making this officially a Texas to Tennessee, or at least Southern Oklahoma to Tennessee.
Close enough, man. I'm like 20 minutes from the Red River, so
yeah, for sure.
It's close enough to count, I'd say.
Well, that's a good lead in. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about Noah's hometown, which is Lone Grove, Oklahoma. It's in Carter County, Oklahoma. 2020 census had just under 5,000 folks. We're about 5 to 10 minutes from Ardmore, and Gravy, that'll help you tonight, I think.
Gotcha.
We're going to incorporate in tonight's Why Are They Famous section, Noah Bowman edition. We're going to give you famous folks from Lone Grove, Ardmore area. So some of these might be a repeat, Mr. Gravy,
get them wrong
Dr. Gravy. Well, we'll see. That might be extra funny, actually. So we'll see how this goes.
We'll see how get the research department on that. See how many I get
There's
wrong.
two in here. I like to make predictions on how many I think you're gonna get.
Okay.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What is
8,
bracket
9,
challenge
10.
week, right? So, or month, whatever.
Did you say there's 10 of
good
them?
luck to everybody. I don't think we have any representation from Oklahoma, do we, in the tournament?
I don't think so.
Probably not. It was kind of a tough year for the Pokes and the Sooners. Maybe Tulsa. I don't know. Or Roberts.
I don't think so. I don't think
No,
so.
okay.
You got
I've never
nobody.
seen those. All right. Well, Oklahoma will be back. But these are the famous folks from the Lone Grove Ardmore area. First off, Soul Gravy,
Hmm.
Ruth Dickinson Clement.
That does sound like a repeat, but it sounds like I'm going to get it wrong twice. So,
I actually didn't ask you this last
oh,
time,
okay.
so
All right.
so
I'm
we
not.
just wrong the first time.
Okay. I'm wrong twice with one question. Yeah, I'm
There are
not
many.
familiar. What did
All right.
Ruth
Well,
do?
there are many things that I love about Oklahoma. One of them is Oklahoma has the best state flag of any
Okay.
state in the union, and you can fight with the wall if you
I agree with you.
disagree.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure. It's
I gotta
amazing.
look.
Give it a look.
That's
Soul
terrible.
Gravy, you'll appreciate it. But
Um,
she designed the first
oh,
state flag.
I know what it is. Never mind.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen it hanging
But
on
Ruth,
plenty of amps before.
you've seen it before, maybe at a turnpike thing,
I
maybe,
have.
or yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, she designed the first state flag, so shout out to Ruth.
Okay.
She's our first person. This one, I'm going to give you a little clue.
Okay.
The clue is in the last name.
Okay.
Name is William M. Dalton.
Dalton. This is not from Roadhouse.
No,
No.
this is prior to that.
No,
Prior to
I'm not
that, for
I don't
sure.
think I'm familiar.
All right, you ever heard of the Dalton Gang?
I have. Yeah.
All right, yeah, Bill
Gotcha.
or Billy
That was
William
quite a few
M.
years
Dalton.
before Roadhouse.
Yeah, it was
Still
before our
some
time
fights
for
and
sure.
whatnot though. So maybe
They
they're
had
cousins.
they had a lot of stuff going on for sure.
All
All right,
right.
we're 0 for 2, but things are going to pick up here. This one I did give you before, so could be an 0 for 2 attempt.
Okay.
But Sylvan Goldman.
Yeah, that seems like because I said Goldman and Sachs.
You did.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was
At least I
not
remember that
correct.
part.
Yep, good job.
Yeah.
Sylvan invented the shopping cart.
Oh, yeah. I remember that now.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Shout out to them. It's convenient
Walmart
when
wouldn't
they're
be the
actually
same
in the
without
store.
it.
So good.
yeah, for
Shout
sure.
out to stores that actually have the carts in the store. So
Big fan of that.
yeah.
All right. Fourth one's John Hinckley Jr.
I don't think I'm familiar.
I want to say around
Even though my
1980
daughter
or 19.
decided to start vacuum cleaning while I'm.
Yeah, I know. I got these
You gotta-
guys in the other room cutting up, drinking beers, and acting
that's
fools
like-
in there. So I'm sorry if you guys hear.
Yeah, I can't.
No,
hear
no,
yours.
you're good.
Hopefully, y'all can't hear mine.
Trust me, you're fine.
Dad's a
I can't hear
professional.
yours
Damn
either.
it!
Yep.
All right.
John Hinckley Jr. Was the gentleman who shot Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
So that would have probably been right
I-
about when you got born. Soul Gravy. So
Yes,
you get a pass on that
It
one.
was, but I do remember that question. That whatever the name.
All right.
Mhm.
Here's where you get hot.
Is it? All right.
Episode number 21. This
Uh-huh.
person graduated, I think, 1 year after Noah in high school. If I got that right.
So I got to look up episode 21. I'm going to
Well,
cheat.
that's kind of cheap.
I am cheating. I mean, I just posted episode 192. I can't remember back that far.
Her name's Adara K.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I'm familiar with Adara K. Yes.
Yeah.
Got
Shout
to
out
meet
to
her
Derek.
at hang on, where's my reverb at? Shit.
Yeah, we both reigned from Long Grove.
Okay. Yeah, I got to meet Adara at Stocktober. Yeah,
Absolutely.
in the stockyards,
no,
October 14th.
We will tell you about Stocktober later, but yes, it will be October 14th this year at the Rhinestone Saloon in
Mhm.
Fort Worth.
Okay.
You'll be able to get your tickets early. It's a fun time.
Mhm.
Next up, Soul Gravy, Rue McClanahan. I did ask you this last time,
Yeah.
too.
She was a golden girl, right?
Yeah, good job.
Hey,
Huh.
I remembered one.
On the board with 2. Look at you. All right, this one's going to get a little bit more difficult. Actually, the next 2, and then I got faith in the last one.
Okay.
Mary Muchmore.
No, I'm not familiar. I don't think.
Well, Mary is famous because she shot the 8 millimeter film of the President Kennedy assassination. and that
Okay.
became part of the Warren Report. Kind of historic deal. She was sitting there holding a camera. There were two people. She was one of two people that had the old school 8mm film of the actual assassination. So kind of morbid, but felt like I should share that.
No, that's yeah. I mean, what timing that would be? Which I mean, I guess the president was coming to the area, so you know,
Yeah.
it's not like you could whip out your phone. So the fact that you had to, she had a reason or a point to record that.
Yes, it was flip phone for sure. All right, last two, Sharon Jester Turney.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
That's a tough one. She was the former CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact, I'm still trying to figure out what the secret is.
I mean, they're really good at keeping it,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
considering how little they have on in the advertisements. But they're really good at keeping the secret, though. That's good.
Right.
Shout out to
Yeah,
them.
yeah. And then last up, this gentleman is from Ratliff City, which is, I think, just a little west of Ardmore.
Yeah.
His name is Trenton Fletcher.
Okay. I should be familiar with Trenton, right?
Yeah, for sure. He was episode number 200 and something. So
Believe it or not, me and that guy are cousins, actually.
In real life?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom is actually a Fletcher, so, and that's my grandpa. He the guy I was talking about playing guitar like his whole life is Randy Fletcher, so it's my mom's dad. So we're all related that way.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad I added Trenton to the list. That makes for such a better story.
I love that guy, man.
Cool. All right. Well, Noah, thanks so much for letting us do the shenanigans with Why Are They Famous? Always a fan favorite for sure.
I enjoyed it. I learned some things this evening. So
I was waiting
Nice.
I was waiting on a Caden Gilliard reference. Didn't he have the song that headed south to?
Oh, he does actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
He does. Yeah. Heck yeah. Shout out to Caden. He's playing. I think he's playing this weekend in Fort Worth. So shit. I don't know what episode that was, but it's been a little bit since we had him on.
Yeah.
That's a great song. Noah, we are going to get into the weirdest question, I think, of the evening, and then we'll kind of roll from there. This is called the pie question.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a pie. It's a musical pie. I'm going to divide it up into 4 sections for you, and I want you to tell me which of the 4 sections feels most like home for you.
Okay.
So the first part is song creation or songwriting. The second piece of the pie would be recording.
Okay.
Studio time, whatnot. The third piece would be performance. And then the fourth piece is everything else that doesn't fit into one of those 3 slices, but ends up taking up a bunch of your time, like doing random podcasts, social media, fixing the van on the tire,
Right.
Keeping your boys straight, whatever, all that stuff. So that's the fourth piece. But which of those pieces would you say is most home for you?
It's definitely piece number 1, man. The songwriting, song creation. That's what I fell in love with as a kid, and continue to do. I love the performing. I love the recording process. But what I'm most passionate about for sure is the songwriting.
And I know you mentioned that you kind of figured that out early on. Yeah. How much actual time, if you have 100% to divide up, how much time do you get to devote to actual songwriting?
Well, I do the music full time. I've been lucky enough to be able to do that the past couple years, and so I get to spend a lot of time doing it. Like I said, I'm in Nashville now. We just got done writing just right when I hopped on this thing. Like, try to, I say out of 7 days a week, 7 days, like I would write at least 3 to 4 days a week, if not more.
That's a lot.
Whether I get somewhere or not.
Yeah.
And when we're not on the road, like here lately, we've been working on like record and stuff, so we've been taking less time on the road to dive into that kind of sort of thing. So I've had a lot of time to do it here lately, for sure.
And I know you've already mentioned that you do spend time writing with others.
Yes.
Was that something that you kind of had to ease into, or did you kind of start from the get-go writing with others?
No, man, I wrote by myself for forever, and honestly, I still think I write the best that way. But just in the past year or two, I've really been leaning in, like, because you come out here, I've been lucky enough to be put in some pretty cool rooms with some pretty cool people, and learned a lot just from that alone, and definitely still not 100% where I need to be with the whole co-writing thing. But I do enjoy it, especially when you're in a room with a group of good guys that you get along with and you vibe with well. It normally, I mean, comes out better than what you would do yourself,
I'm going to dig in a little bit deeper on the co-writing thing,
Okay,
just because one, I think it's interesting, but
for sure.
two, um, what have been your takeaways in terms of learning about your own songwriting, or in terms of working with others, maybe things that you didn't know that now that you've spent a year or two doing co-writing,
Right.
I'm guessing your perspective has probably changed a little bit.
For sure. I've definitely learned a lot, man. Like I was really bad about when I like write by myself, like, and the way they do it down here in Tennessee and stuff. Like, you go into these rooms and you don't leave until you finish a song, and I'm really bad about. I'm sitting on my couch at home in my underwear writing a song. That's like, I'll get a verse and a chorus or a verse and it gets stuck, and then go do something else, and never come
Yeah,
back to it, never finish it. So I've learned, like, if I sit down to write a song, I don't get up until it's done, or it probably won't get done. That's just the way I operate. So I've
yeah.
learned that's a good thing that I've learned, and then just being open to. I feel like I'm a lot more open minded now that I've been down here doing the Nashville stuff right now here, because it's like, I don't know, you learn so much, and you just learn to be open to more ideas, more whatever it may be.
Um, is there, I'm trying to think the best way to ask this, but is there an area of songwriting where you feel like, hey, maybe, hey, I'm great in all areas, but is there an area where you go, okay, this is a little bit more my gift? Were you in those co-writes where you have the ability to maybe interject
Yeah, I mean, for
some
sure.
expertise, or
At times, yes. It just kind of depends, on the room that we're in. Like, uh, sometimes I go into the room with a guy that doesn't write a whole lot, so I kind of would take the reins, but then I go into the guys, like I wrote with Jordan Walker the other day. He wrote "When It Rains It Pours" for Luke Combs, and, like, I kind of sit back and just soak it up when I'm in that, something like that. But
sure?
I think my strong points are songwriting. Like, I'm really good at spitting out melodies.
Okay,
I'm not a great guitar player. That's why I have two guys that play guitar for me. But so it's lyrics and melodies, and just hooks, whatever it is.
right. Um, And then, so if we move on from the songwriting piece, and I could probably ask a bunch of questions on that and just kind of wear you out eventually, and be like, Steve, I don't want to hear any more songwriting
I don't
questions.
want to write
But
songs anymore.
right, you've made me stop, sir.
Yeah, done writing songs, man.
But if we were to move on to kind of the next area that maybe you get the most kick out of, whether it's recording or performing, which one of those areas maybe falls second in line?
I want to say the performance, but honestly, dude, I'd probably be lying if I did. I love watching a song come together in the studio. Um, It's just, I go in, I'll write these songs on an acoustic guitar 90% of the time, and then we take them in. Me and the guys take them in wherever. We've recorded with Dwight Hamlin out of Oklahoma City, and we recorded with
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Kimball in Talco, Texas. And it's just cool to take it in, like, starting something from scratch and then watching it grow into what it is and what it's going to be and what everyone's going to hear. And then the process of recording songs, like, I don't think people understand the process, and how
For sure.
draining it can be. Like, we'll go in,
Yeah.
like, this EP, like, it's like I feel like we're in the studio forever. I was like, what do you mean we only have 7 songs ready to go? Like, we should have 1,000,000 songs ready to go. We've been here for 2 weeks. What are we doing?
Right.
So but it's definitely that you get a lot of satisfaction on seeing it go from what I wrote in my living room to a full-blown production song.
Yeah. How long did you, or maybe you still do, how long did you work with Dwight?
I still work with Dwight. I love Dwight, man. I've recorded
Yeah.
most 90% of my songs have been recorded with Dwight. We get along very well. I
Awesome.
think he's amazing, dude. He's one of the best in the business, if you ask me.
He is. And if y'all haven't seen the White Lighters,
Oh,
you definitely
good
should.
Lord.
They're
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Soul Gravy, you would absolutely love
You
it.
got to check them out the second we end this thing, dude. They're great.
All
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
All right, I'm making a note
We
now.
have recommendations. Okay, so go ahead, Soul Gravy.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Well, I would getting to Nashville or deciding to make that jump. How did that come on your radar? And how did you get to the point where you are in those rooms with people?
Man, that's a good question.
Thank you.
I know my manager Cole, he handles a lot of stuff for me, and the opportunity kind of just came up to come out here and write. We were in talks with some labels out here. That's really what started it. On the record side of things, like recording wise, and we got in and we just didn't have a whole lot of songs ready to go. And they were like, well, why don't you just come out here and start writing? Because they know I love to write. And that's kind of what made the jump. And then since then, I'm not on any publishing deal or anything like that. I've kind of kept myself free in that realm, just solo, bouncing around from different places and seeing what I like the most and what works the best for me. But as of getting down here, it had to be something with the whole label thing, and then it kind of just transformed into this.
Yeah, makes sense to find your people.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as finding those people, was that kind of a surprise when you started getting the co-writes, when you actually, when you, not to say you don't enjoy all of them, but when you, like you said, when you're building your tribe, when that networking is actually networking.
Yeah.
Was that easier than you expected, or did it surprise you? Or
yeah, I mean, everybody out here, dude. I mean, there's so many people in this town, and everybody writes songs every day. Like thousands of songs get wrote in this town every day. So I was lucky. Like I felt like pretty quick I found the group of guys that I was like, okay, this is gonna work, And then there was a couple of them I was like, I don't think this is gonna work, But yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to say that it was pretty easy, finding some good dudes. Like got Ryder Johnson, he's in the next room over. He's at Prescription, so I catch a lot of writes here. I've done a lot. I love writing with a guy named Ben Wagner. He's at Warner Chapel. He's a great songwriter. He's wrote a lot of great songs, and so I was lucky enough to get paired with some pretty cool people at the front, and we hit it off pretty good. So
I would imagine that would, when you first take that step in, it could get it could either bite you and you be all in, or it could be discouraging and make you never want to come back. So
for sure, because for a long time I was skeptical. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I can write songs in Oklahoma. There's so many great artists that I'm friends with, and songwriters in Oklahoma and Texas. Like, we don't necessarily have to come down here and do this, but it wasn't. It was more of a growing thing for me. Like, I want to come down here and see what these guys are on, because they're, take it or like it or not, they're some of the best songwriters in the world live in this town.
Well, like you said, it's probably makes you more disciplined, because with your buddies at home.
Oh yeah, it's hard to me and Gannon get together to write a song. It's hard to get one done sometimes, So
right. When you do finally see each other, you want to let
yeah,
loose and whatever else too.
For sure.
But with those guys, you got to be more.
It's business.
Disciplined.
It's
Let's just when Steve put you on the spreadsheet that you were going to be on the podcast, I was kind of just listening to your music and stuff. And one of the things that stood out to me was the monthly listeners. Well, congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
But do you ever think about hey, bands I listen to, I'm in that, you know what I mean? Like the one that came to mind was American Aquarium, right? I'm a big fan of them. But you're not to compare the two or whatever, but just numbers wise, you're in the ballpark with folks like that, which has got to be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
6 years in.
Yeah, we are. I mean, you could say 6 years in. The first couple of years, we did not have our shit together, just to be honest. And we were pretty rocky there at the start. But just in the past few years, we really locked in and got it together. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I try not to think about it too much. I try not to pay attention to that kind of stuff too much. I will say I can't help myself sometimes, and I do look and do pay attention every now and then. But it's great, man. I couldn't be more blessed. And like I said, I've been doing this stuff full time and been able to support myself, you know, for the most part. And like I said, I'm completely blessed in that.
Yeah, I would understand why you don't want to get too wrapped up in it, but then also, you know, when it's going well, you need the motivation or reassurance, I guess I should say,
Right.
is that's never a bad thing to
No,
know
yeah.
that things are
And
going okay.
yeah, and we got a lot more songs coming, and I think they're some of the best songs that I've ever wrote in my life. Like I've wrote with some guys up here, the great songs. I'm excited to see where that bumps us up to. You know, hopefully we have even more next time I talk to you guys. You know.
Well, it is. It's wild to be. I mean, I think I looked it up, and at least on Spotify, just Spotify alone, it was over 100,000.
Yeah.
That means you're responsible for like 200,000 individual years.
Yeah, I don't like to think about it like that.
I mean, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it is.
And also, to be fair, Soul Gravy and I are on episode 211 or whatever. We still don't have our shit together, so
Hey,
what happened?
Well, you know,
we're hanging on by a thread over here.
hopefully
Man.
we won't ever. All right.
Yes.
Well, that kind of leads into the question that I like to ask. Talking about the 200,000 ears. Do you remember the first time? It's like Steve likes to ask things about songwriting and things and stuff like that. I like to ask like people kind of questions,
Hit me with 'em.
emotional questions, right? So besides family and friends that are going to tell you, it's great no matter what
Right.
or whatever. Do you remember the first time in like at a live gig or anything, or maybe listening to something you recorded? Just the first time somebody really actually listened to your shit.
Yeah, man, it started with when we were like, okay, we might be onto something when I released Disarray. And then we would go play these shows and people would show up somewhat, and people would be in the crowd singing the songs, and not only me but the guys too kind of took a step back and were like, okay, this is pretty wild, And then we've gone, I mean, dude, we've been as far as New York City playing shows and people singing the songs back to us. And you can't.
Mhm.
That's a high no drug or anything will ever give you. Like it's a good feeling.
I can only imagine. I
Yeah,
can only
for sure.
imagine. Yeah, no, I would imagine. Do you remember like like a particular moment, like a person or seeing it?
Man, not right off. I can't say I do.
Gotcha.
Like I just like I said, the first time that I was really like, this is cool was probably when people start
Just hearing
showing
that
up. And,
back.
yeah,
Understand. And I would imagine, like it's hard to get a group of guys together to play original music in general.
yeah,
But when they can hear that back and experience that with you, especially if they're a part of making the song too.
for sure.
They're not just playing it or whatever. I would imagine that helps get folks to buy in
Right.
a little easier than trying to sell it otherwise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are almost at halftime there, Talbo.
We are. We are. Before we get to halftime, I want to ask.
Okay.
Well, since this came up last night, and I'm
Uh-oh.
pretty sure that that Noah, you were a part of this.
Is this a merch question?
No, this is not a merch question, but the song "Contagious." Since we're talking about new songs, can you tell us what your perspective was on "Contagious"?
Yeah, that was fun, man. We me, Sam, and Jared and Gannon. There's a whole list of guys on that bad boy, and we had an Airbnb out in Medicine Park for a few days, and we just kind of hammered some out, and Sam kind of had that verse going in the start of that verse, and we sat down and we just all cranked her out together, and it was really cool to be a part of. I've never wrote with 6 guys at one time or 5 guys at one time before, so that was a first. I think for all of us.
Yeah, I think for everybody in the room
Yeah.
that was probably the case. But it's cool to see that product, and we actually, I mean, we listened to it last night, right?
Uh-huh.
Soul Gravy.
Yep.
So, yep, well, a lot of fun.
when you when they, I'm sure you got sent a mix or whatever when you first started, or maybe a rough draft or whatever. When you started hearing that song come together, how's that from your point of view? Hearing someone, with something that you helped co-write on.
Yeah, that was cool, man. It was it was cool. When we wrote that song, that was the first time that's the first song that anyone's ever recorded one of my songs. So it was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot more coming. Me and Gannon have wrote a lot more. We got some guys out here that are looking at them. So we'll see what happens.
Nice.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll
Yeah.
speak that into existence too.
Right.
like I said, I've only been out here really writing for other people for like a year. So we're digging in.
Well,
Yeah, I would
nice.
imagine it
Do you
is
want to give us?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I would imagine that's a whole nother different sense of pride or whatever is
Right.
to hear a song you wrote or co-wrote.
For
or
sure,
had any
it
part
definitely
in
is. It definitely is.
and to hear where they took it, from where it started.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Talbot.
Well, no, you're good. We're super excited. We have a world premiere tonight. We don't get those that often, but every once in a while we get lucky. And tonight's a night, Soul Gravy, where you're going to get lucky.
Oh yeah.
But Noah, can you give us a little bit about the song we're getting ready to listen to?
Yeah, it's gonna be the first one. It's the title track for our EP called "Thank Me Later." It comes out. It's not even out yet. It comes out tomorrow night at midnight, or I guess the 20th at midnight, Friday at midnight. I wrote that song. That's a solo write for me. I was kind of you'll hear it in the song. I was just kind of going through some things and had some things that I need to change and be better at, and that's just kind of like a farewell song to get it off of my chest and be done with it and move on. So that's basically where that one came from.
Well, Soul Gravy's going to hit the magic button, and when he does, if you don't mind hitting the little microphone button,
Okay.
Noah, that way we'll get the best cut of it.
Cool.
And you'll have there'll be a screen up, so if you need to take a break or whatever, you're more than welcome to. You'll be able to see us, but
So you just want me
people
to
watching at home won't be able to
just
see,
mute the microphone?
Mhm.
Is that what you want?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go, folks.
I think this house might be haunted. I swear sometimes I see you walk into the room, man. I'm so goddamn exhausted, 'cause I'm going crazy and it's on account of you. And my back's against the wall, I had to let you fall. You're better off living life on your own, and give it time, you'll see. At least I could do was leave. Safe to say I did you a favor. Dry your crying eyes and thank me later. Cause I've been talking with spirits, but this empty bottle, it ain't got much left to say. And if it does, I can't hear it. But I guess it's best that I don't hear it anyways. 'Cause my back's against the wall, I had to let you fall. You're better off living life on your own, and give it time, you'll see. At least I could do was leave. It's safe to say I did you a favor. Dry your crying eyes, thank me later. I never knew just what you meant to me. I never do until I up and leave. My back's against the wall, I had to let you fall. Are you better off living life on your own? did you a favor. Dry crowd nights, thank me later. Dry crowd nights, and thank me later.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Big sticky drums,
Yeah,
ripping riffs.
yeah, we did that.
That's
We
right
did
in my
that with the
wheelhouse.
white. We did that one with the white.
Yeah, it's great, man. Well, can't wait for, I mean, everybody that's watching currently on now got a sneak peek, but can't wait for the world to hear it. So awesome job, man.
Thank you, sir.
I love
Yeah,
that
you bet.
there's that community where you guys can play that style of music. You know what I mean? With because I would imagine a handful of years ago that would be more difficult. But the climate these days and the bands that are out there. I mean, first I can see why you and Gannon are, are buddies,
Right.
right? But still, there's a lot of you guys out there that are doing that, that rockin' side of country, and which is even on the heavy. I mean, there's always been kind of like that southern rock and roll, classic rock and roll
Right.
sort of side of country, but that's on not ratcheted up a whole nother notch, and
For
I would
sure.
imagine if there wasn't that kind of group of guys, it would be way more difficult to get the gigs and to be able to play. And you guys got each other to lean on, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up on, Leonard Skinner and Alice in Chains and whatever else. So it's kind of just all thrown together,
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
it's all about
One thing,
doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do. You know what I mean? So at
Right.
least you guys have the opportunity to do so, which is and the support of within having a community. I guess is my
Yeah.
point. All right, Tabo,
yep.
I'm hushing.
Well, I was just going to say that on the Oklahoma and Texas side of it, there's a little bit of a perception that, hey, there's one kind of music in that scene, but that umbrella is pretty big.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
if you've spent any time here on this podcast, we've had a pretty wide range of,
We probably have more people
all,
playing that than we have like
yeah,
the actual red dirt, whatever you want, the
yeah,
more
Right.
traditional red
whatever
dirt.
it is, Texas
Hmm.
country, yeah, the whole deal. So I know labels are there to sell. Um, the labels are created so that people have a way to classify, and you can actually sell the music in one way or another. But I think people who haven't been and seen live music in Oklahoma and Texas would be surprised how diverse um, the music is. But
For sure.
that's my Chamber of Commerce for South Central
Well,
part of the United States.
well, even just the opening spots are having people for like know for you to open for and for you to have open for you that fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a that's trying to mesh the bands together can be tricky, and you
Yeah, it
guys
definitely can.
there's a bunch of you guys out there that can work well together, which is as far as I'm thinking of that from an audience perspective. You know what I mean?
For
Right.
sure.
If I go
Yep.
see you and you have Jake Slay opening up, then
Right.
it all
Yeah.
makes
Two
complete
for
sense.
one kind of deal,
Right.
That's a great lead in, Soul Gravy,
Is
because
it?
I was looking at February for Noah, and he was opening for, I think if I read this right, you were opening for Cody. So Cody West, episode number 86, Colton Moore, episode number 80, and then Gannon Freeman,
Yeah.
episode last night, whatever that episode that is.
Right.
But I mean, that's a great example of, and even the sounds amongst those three can be similar in places, but pretty different. I mean, Colton is not
Yeah.
necessarily,
Yeah, Colton's not that like that at all. He's got a couple
yeah,
songs throughout the set that might touch
right.
that a little bit, and he's one of my favorites of all time. Getting to share the stage with that man was a true honor. I'm a huge Colton Moore fan.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and all great dudes, and it all makes sense when you start piecing it together. Like, hey, that these guys are playing together and whatnot. So, um,
From an outsider, I talk about that quite a bit. I don't get to see it in person as much as Steve and a lot of other people do. So I have to piece it together through these talks,
Right.
or Instagram or whatever. So
Noah, tell me about what's kind of coming up in terms of touring and kind of, I don't know if you can share strategy but things that you have going on that maybe you want to kind of highlight.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on the touring side. I don't have my schedule with me.
No, you're
Um,
good.
we have some cool stuff coming up. I know that, but like I said, we've really been in album or EP mode, trying to get that wrapped up and taken care of. I've been down here riding a lot, so that's kind of what I've been doing.
When you, this is maybe more of a concept question, but when you're working with Cole and working with your team to try to figure out what your touring's going to look like, do you have an idea of like, hey, I'd like to open this percentage of shows, with folks that I get down with, and then the rest of them I'd like to headline, or do you have a kind of strategy how you go about figuring out what your year is going to look like?
Uh, Not really, man. We fly by the seat of our pants a lot around here. It's kind of just me and Cole handling things right now. So like we take a lot of support dates and we kind of take them as they come. That's kind of
Right.
what I'm trying to do more of right now. Not so much headline. We can go a few places and do decent, but at this point we're
Right.
just like trying to get in front of as much people as we possibly can in a 3 day span, a weekend run. So that's kind of what we shoot for right now, is taking these support gigs. We play with Pecos and the Rooftops, South Hall. We jump
Yeah.
on the road with all those guys to stay pretty. It keeps us pretty busy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
I asked this question last night to Gannon. When you're in a support role, do you go at that at different? Do you have a different frame of mind, or are you putting on the same show no matter what?
It'll be the same show no matter what coming from us. Like I said, sometimes the support slots we don't get as much time as we'd like to.
Mhm.
But we pack it all into. Say we play for 45 minutes, we can pack it in pretty good in 45 minutes. So.
And when you're in that spot and you're seeing if it's someone else's crowd for the most part, and you're seeing them start to pick up what you're laying down, how's that from your point of view?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like I said, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Like it all kind of like the guys we run with, all of our music kind of fits. So that if they know them, that there's a good chance they may know us. So it works out. But it's cool to see for sure.
You can you tell from the stage when the light bulb's coming on that they're starting, maybe they didn't know it, but they're starting,
Oh, for sure,
they're
for
starting to
sure.
bob their heads. You can.
Yeah, for sure. We know when we're doing a good job or not. 100%.
Now,
To be fair, I don't know if that's always a good representation of whether you're doing a good job or not. Sometimes the crowd can be, rough, no matter how good of a job
Yeah,
you're
that
doing.
is true.
But
You're right.
but still, um, man, I wish talking to guys like you makes me wish that there was more stops in the Memphis area for that kind of music. I don't know how well it would be supported because
Right.
a lot of towns are tough to draw from. But
well,
I wish that that happened
where
more.
would be, since you're the local expert, Gravy, where would be the places that
The,
potentially you might get a
for
stop in and see now
for
in Memphis?
1884 Lounge does is that style for the 400 to 500 person cap would be Hernando's, and then slightly bigger is 1884 Lounge in
Okay.
Minglewood Hall. So saw
Nice.
Will Hogue there a couple weeks ago. His
Nice.
episode's gonna be dropping soon, by the way. So
Cool.
shout out to
Looking
Will.
forward to it.
He was cool.
This is like a two-part question, Noah. First off, is there something that, looking back on it, so starting around 2020, was there something that you go, man, I really would have liked to have known this about the industry, or known this about running a business that maybe you didn't know?
That's a good question. And I'm terrible with questions like this. So, uh,
Well,
I
we've got
don't.
other ones.
Uh, Yeah, I think there's a lot more to it than I ever thought there was. I'll say that. I don't know if that
That's
answers
fair.
your question or not, but like the
Yeah,
whole business thing, like when I was going to it, it's like, yeah, we're gonna play music with my friends and rock and roll, and it's not just that at all. A lot goes into
sure.
what we do, and I'm still learning. I learn every day.
And then maybe this is hopefully not too personal, but when did you get hooked up with Cole, and how has that changed
Cole
kind of
came in.
your?
I moved to Oklahoma City a few years ago, and I've actually known. This is a crazy story. I met Cole when I was like 11 or 12.
Oh,
So
okay.
one of my best friends, he dated her sister and dated her for a few years, and so I would always go over to my friend's house, and he would be over there because he dated his older sister. So I knew Cole then, and then uh, didn't see him for forever. And then when I moved up to Oklahoma City, got older, he realized I was doing music. He was jumping into music himself, so we kind of that's kind of where we met back up and picked up ever since.
Yep.
Hmm.
Well, he does a great job and has been a good friend to us, so
Yeah,
we obviously appreciate that.
he keeps us in
Um,
line for sure. He tries. He tries
understand.
anyways.
Right, right.
Poor guy.
This is kind of also an industry question, but is there um, maybe if you could change one thing about kind of the music scene that you're in, is there something that
Uh,
you wish kind of was a little bit different?
I don't know, man. These are tough questions. I wish there wasn't so much beer in the green rooms.
There
Like
you go.
don't no beer in our green room. That we don't need that. I really don't
Well,
know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't.
that's fine. We'll follow up on the green room here in a bit, but Soul Grave's got one more question before we get to the rapid fire.
Well, I was gonna point out that Gannon was talking about that he was really needing to finish this full length album last night, and you said you got a bunch of songs that are out
Yeah, yeah. We wrote two last week. Me and Gannon got together, and we were able to we actually got two out, two done in one day, and I think he
Nice.
recorded both of them, so those will be coming soon.
Good
Yeah,
That's
deal.
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was kind of blown away as when he mentioned that he hadn't been able to put out a complete album yet, and which is and how much of a goal that is of his, which is now I'm pulling for him. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
for sure.
even more. Um, well, let's get into the rapid fire stuff there, Steve.
Here we go. All right. These are just top of your head. There's no, you don't have to think a ton on these, but first question, Soul Gravy's favorite question.
Uh oh.
What is your favorite chord?
Favorite chord. Um, I like the A suspended
All
stuff.
right.
That's just one chord is hard. One chord is
Yeah,
hard.
no, that's what makes it a little tricky. Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
I
good
like a lot of
answer.
the suspended chords, if that makes sense.
Okay. Very cool. Do you use Spotify? Meaning, like,
Uh,
do you use it to listen to music?
I'm an Apple Music guy.
Whichever.
Apple. All right. Apple has a like a year-end summary. I don't know if it's called Wrapped or whatever, but any idea who was on your list of folks that you listened to last year, kind of at the top?
Oh, good lord. I'm sure Colt Moore was on there. Uh, Talked about him. I listen to a lot of rap that
Okay.
people wouldn't know. So, maybe like Big X the Plug or something. I don't know. I like Treaty Oak too. We jammed Treaty Oak a bunch, and five of them though. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look.
It's all right.
That's all right.
So,
That gives us an idea. So,
yeah.
Tupac or Jay-Z?
Oh,
That's a new question.
Tupac. I'm old
Tupac. All
school.
right. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. All right. This question is, you get to have dinner with one historical figure. It can be anybody dead or alive. So famous, not famous, whatever. More fun if it's famous, but who
Historical
you
figure.
having dinner with and what are y'all going to sit down and eat?
Probably Ronnie Van Zant.
Okay.
All right. Huh?
And I don't know what we'd eat. There's no telling. Probably steak.
All right. Great answer. This is also one of Soul Gravy's.
It's
He
a-
likes asking this one, but I'm going to ask it for him.
okay.
First concert you attended, and then the first concert that you paid to go see.
Oh, the first concert, like my first concert that I really remember, and believe it or not, I didn't go to quite a bunch as a kid. Like I remember watching my grandpa play places, going to a few of those. Like those would be the first concerts. I don't know who they were with or whatever,
Right.
but like the first one I really remember, I went and seen Casey Donahue when I was like pretty young, and he just got
Okay.
going pretty good. So
Yeah, solid. Ideal green room.
So what
I'm
was the
sure you've
first?
seen all kinds of different. Sorry, go
What
ahead.
was the first concert you paid to go see after, like, as a young
oh,
adult?
it was
right.
probably the Casey Donahue concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All good.
I had a moment.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not
these
good at
things,
answering questions either, so I'm sure I've messed a
Well,
few
no, you're doing
up.
great. These things happen, Soul Gravy, as you advance in age. So just prepare yourself. This question, I know you've seen all kinds of green rooms, but tell me what your ideal green room would look like and what would be in it.
We me and the boys, we get hungry, so we like a little bit of food in there. A little bit of beer, not too much. I know I said that. I spoke on that. And just a place to lay down and hang out. We're tired. We've been in the van all day, so we got a couple couches in there. That's always nice.
All right.
A TV. We like TV. We watch the games
Any-
or whatever.
Yeah. Any green rooms that you've been in that left a especially favorable impression?
Dude, we were with Kolby Cooper a couple weeks ago. We played Milwaukee, the Rave in Milwaukee. That place is like a historical place, and their green room was really cool. They took good care of us over there.
Nice. All right. 2 more questions, and then we'll get you on to the very important final question. I think we know how far regionally the last question, like, I think we have pretty parameters on where it goes, but this will help us for
Okay.
sure. Bucket list venue. So a venue inside the state of Oklahoma that you haven't played that you really would like to play, and then one outside the state of Oklahoma that is kind of on that bucket list.
Okay. I mean, we've played a lot of cool venues, and the coolest venues in Oklahoma, but the only one left that we haven't hit is the Paycom Center.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
We played all the rest of them. I feel like we've checked all the boxes on that. Then outside of Oklahoma, that's a good question as well. I was really I go back to the Rave. I was really excited to play that place. That place is historical. They have the haunted pool or whatever downstairs. So that one was cool. I'm bad about going to these venues and not remembering where we've been and what we've done, and or even the names of them. But I'd have to say the Rave once again. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, very cool. All right, last question that I have for you is we could put your music on any soundtrack, movie, TV, whatever. Doesn't have to be financially rewarding, but it'd be nice to do that. So where would you want your music to be heard?
That's a good question. Any movie, maybe.
Be a TV show too, if you prefer.
I'm a big comedy movie guy. I'm trying to think of a comedy. I don't know where my music would pair on a TV show or a movie. It'd be cool to be on like Yellowstone or something. I know a lot, or like land,
That'd be
the
pretty cool.
landman stuff. A lot of guys in this area were getting cuts on that. That would be cool.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. It would be cool.
I thought of
All right. Well,
a cool
it should
answer
happen.
for that. Watching the well, I guess it was conference tournaments. I guess when I saw it, there was a Zach Brown band had an intro to a one of the to the like they do a college game day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
that'd
got
be cool.
a band.
Yeah,
That would
that'd
be
be
cool.
badass,
Yeah,
too.
I thought about that. I was like, okay, that's a different side of that question.
for sure.
I do have one more question, and this is not really a rapid fire, but I stuck my intern on this today. I understand you used to play football, right?
I did not.
You did not?
No.
There's another dude with your exact same name
That played
that had
football.
huddle tape. I swear I thought I was watching
No,
you.
it wasn't me, man. It
Was
wasn't
All
me.
right, fair
was
enough.
he
There-
was he any good?
We're firing that
Yeah, was he
intern.
any good?
It was okay. He was the offensive lineman, so it's
No,
like
I did
whatever.
not, man.
So there wasn't a whole
All
lot of
right, well,
highlights.
we'll edit that part out.
All right.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Well, we don't get to talk a whole lot of sports ball, so I want to know who's the teams.
I'm a big
who's your
baseball
go-to?
guy, man. I I've been I stay in when I stay in Nashville, I stay right by the Nashville Sound Stadium, so I
Okay.
catch them
Oh,
quite
nice.
a bit. I grew up a Boston Red Sox and Texas Rangers fan.
There you go.
Big Dallas Cowboys guy when we get to football. I
Oof.
love the Oklahoma Sooners. I live at just south of Norman now, in a town called Noble, so I'm close to Norman.
Gotcha.
Noble's also I think the birthplace of Tennessee Jet, by the way, episode
Really?
number 71 or something, but yeah, whatever.
Okay. All right. So guys, make sure you go follow Noah on all of his socials. He's got the new music's going to be dropping in what?
Appreciate
Thursday
Do
night.
it now.
Yeah,
Do it
go
now.
pre-save. Go
Quick.
pre-save now, and hit the follow button on wherever you stream your music, whether it's Apple, Spotify, whatever. Hit that follow button. The numbers mean everything to independent guys to get the gigs, to get where they need to get, where they're wanting to go.
Sure.
So help them out. Go buy some merch to help them get down the road. Go to a show. Whether it's Noah or or the buddies or whatever, any of these independent guys, these folks on the road like that, go to a show. Guarantee you won't regret it. So, all right, Noah, this is the final question. It was started as a joke on episode 1. I forgot it last night with Gannon. If you want to text him and ask him this question, I'll fill it in later. Noah, we need to know what your favorite Little Debbie snack is.
Zebra cake.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know that one.
With
That's the quickest
with-
question I've answered all night.
Perfect. Well done.
Why didn't you
Man,
ask
we
me
love
questions like that earlier?
Yeah.
We loved having the opportunity to sit down and chat with you, and we appreciate the time, folks. We will see you next week. You're gonna have to just
Yeah.
tune in and find out who it is, but it'll be somebody awesome, I promise.
Thank you guys for having
All
me.
right. See ya.
Thank y'all.